Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We will continue seeing and analyzing my games from Japan Open. And I started 3 out of 3. And in round 4, I was facing Paul Velten, 25-36. Well-known grandmaster from France, very strong grandmaster. I had black pieces, very quick game as you can see. So this was the second game of the day, and let's not forget that we played maybe around 3-4 hours before, and we were tired. So d4, knight f6, but I had some time to briefly check some openings, some lines. I was also thinking my opponent might play bishop f4, London system. I had some ideas there, but he went c4, e6, knight c3. And if you remember, in round 2, I played Ragozin, but we got Ragozin through this move order. C captures d5, e captures d5, knight c3, and bishop b4. Through this move order, we got Ragozin. So knight c3, and I decided to stick to bishop e7 move. Uh, Different moves are there. You can go bishop f4, you can go bishop g5, you can go also e3, you can try g3, bishop g2. Bishop f4 is considered the main, the most principal continuation. Short castle e3. And here black is choosing between b6, knight d7, and c5, as much as I know. c5, d takes c, bishop takes c5, and now if c takes d, then knight captures, pawn captures. Yes, here a3 is possible move, bishop d3 is possible move. If bishop d3, bishop b4 is the main move. A3, knight c6. And here, yes, you can take c takes d, but after c takes d, if I'm not mistaken, already the best move is to capture with the e pawn. Here, main move is being queen c2. Let's say you go queen a5, rook d1. Also, long castle is being very much possible move. After long castle, I recommend this knight e4 move. Yes, knight captures on e4, d captures, queen e4, bishop a3. If knight b5, then some a6. And here, rook d1. Yes, black is choosing between rook e8, rook d8, even bishop e7, as you can see. I think once Yu Yangi played bishop e7 in a rapid game against me. Also h6, of course, h6. Yes, in this position, I played some games, maybe even important games for the opening for this line. I played some rook d8. I played h6. Yes, bishop d3. I knew that the best after bishop d3 is to capture on c4 and go knight h5. Yes. Takes, bishop takes, and now knight h5. Some other moves are also there, but white is having slightly preferable positions. Yes, I can go a6, for example. I went knight h5, bishop g5, and bishop e7. My opponent captured on d8. Yes, if knight e4, then bishop g5. During the game, I was thinking, what if he goes h4? Yes, but now we see queen takes d1, rook takes d1, and we are just retreating our knight to f6. Because otherwise, if you go knight f6, maybe queen c2. Yes, queen c2. And some problems are there because bishop takes f6, and if bishop captures, knight g5. Yes, if bishop takes e7, queen takes e7. So this I took with the rook, and bishop e7, knight captures. Yes, we will see that some rounds later, I got exactly the same position against Grandmaster from India, Mishra Swayams, and here in this position he pushed g2, g4. Yes, in this game, Paul, he played rook d1. Yes, I think black is very close for complete equality. Yes, rook d1. Yes, I could also go bishop d7. I captured. I think here I offered the draw to my opponent, and I just thought maybe uh, after playing the first round of the day, he might be tired, and this is why he chose this line, he chose this opening, and he's okay with the draw. But I was very much surprised when, after capturing rook d1 and offering a draw, he captured on d1 and he wanted to continue the game. Yes, this he captured with the king. Many moves are there. There, I played knight f6, knight e5. I didn't play knight d7 because of knight d3, but I found the other move, knight g6. Knight captures, pawn captures, and black does not have any problems. Bishop is coming to d7, king f8, king e7. If need be, you can go g5. If need be, bishop c6. So it was f3. I played bishop d7, played king d2. Yes, I played rook c8, though I could go g5. And here after bishop a2, my opponent offered me a draw, and I just accepted. Yes, not much pieces left, and yes, both sides are very solid, and game here ended in a draw. Uh, let's see the other game. Let me just stop here. Let's go. This one we don't need. Mhm. Yes, so this is round 7. Um, My opponent is from India, Grandmaster 2446, Mishra Swayams. And here in this position, Paul Veltan, he went Rook D1, and Mishra said that he checked with the engines very briefly, and he decided to go and to play this endgame. G4, knight f6, g5, and here I found the strongest move, knight e8. It is very easy because knight is very badly placed on h5. If you try some knight d5, the main problem is being that, yes, some rook d1 is coming all the time, and most likely you are going to get isolated pawn on d5. So knight e8 I played, king e2 by my opponent. Some other moves are also there, but black is very much okay. Like rook g1, rook g4. Played king e2, b6 to slowly activate my bishop along a8 h1 diagonal. And now he played rook d1, and here he offered me a draw. Uh, because previously I played two games with the white pieces, I said uh, after this game anyway, I'm going to have black pieces, and anyway my opponent is going to come and try. Uh, so it's just good to anyway with the black pieces to continue. Position is around equal. Why not? Of course, later on I was regretting very much because I had some small difficulties, but it was not much. I played bishop b, so I decided to continue the game. I played bishop b7. He captured 95, and here I started going wrong. Uh, King f8, just slowly bringing the king closer to e7 square. I didn't play this move because I was afraid of some knight b5 stuff. F6 is so a6, knight d4, and I thought maybe here some possible bishop e6. Yes, knight g6. Oh, this one, and if knight g6, h takes g. King is coming to e7, bishop e6. We just capture on d4, I guess, right? We take on d4, and we are of course almost winning or much better. So I did not play this king f8 because of possible knight b5 jumps. I played knight d6, rook d1, of course. Here I had knight c6, another option. I didn't like knight captures, bishop captures, and some bishop b5. Yes, e4 is also there, but bishop b5. I really didn't like this position. Bishop b5, knight b5, a6. I knew that I'm close for equality, but one wrong move and you are going to have many problems. So I played knight d6 eventually, rook d1, pinning the knight. And now I played king f8, and we see that computer does not like this much. And knight b5. I was thinking about to play knight c8. But now knight d4. Wow, wow. So wrong. This is almost lost. I could go bishop d5. No, but definitely I didn't play knight d6 and king f8 to play bishop d5 here. My point was to just go knight c8. Yes, and this is just wrong. Yes, he could go knight b5 and some problems. Most likely I would see that knight c8 is not working and I would go some bishop d5, but uh, yes, already I'm forced to take with the e pawn. Let's say this, knight captures, rook captures, bishop d5, or even bishop b5. Yes, the best move is being e takes d. No, this part of the game I didn't play well, and luckily for me, Mishra, he played f4, knight c6 I found. Yes, captures e4. Hmm. King e7, bishop d3. And I remember that after the game, my opponent mentioned that he didn't like my f6 move. He said it would have been better to go rook h8 with the ideas to go h6. I liked this idea very much, but I was scared of this, and he said knight f5. Yes, takes. I remember we very briefly discussed this. Yes, but he said bishop b7 with the ideas h6. But even if I go h6, what about g takes h? G6, g6 is the point. So I'm king f2. Oh wow. Computer shows very big advantage for white, but the line is not that easy. King f2 and if h6, g takes h, and if g6. Uh, just now king is very close, and king g3 will come at some point. Yes, I played f6, and g takes. Whenever you go e5, I'm capturing on e5 and knight f7. Rook g1, king f7. Maybe not the best. Computer likes having king on f8. Yes, king e3, e5. And this position we played another 30, 40 moves. F takes, rook f1. I could go king g7, which would have been much stronger. Yes. Just king g7 with the ideas to go rook f8 probably. I played king e7. Yes. Rook f3. I played h6. Otherwise, maybe some rook h3, rook h8, rook h6. Play these. Yes, if rook h3, I was going to play rook h8. Hmm. And here I did not. Yes, I apologize. Yes, I could go rook f8. The point is being whenever you go rook g6, rook f6, rook g7, rook f7, rook g8, rook f8. Yes, I played king f6. And yes, if you go knight d5, I guess captures and some e4, right? e4, bishop e4, and king e5, yes. Here black is too active and not much material left. So black is having all the chances to escape. So bishop e2 with the ideas to go bishop h5. I played rook d7 to meet bishop h5 with rook g7. Yes, I played king g7. Once again, check. I played king f6 back. Yes, I could. Let me remind you that after playing king e7, I guess it was yes. Here, when I played king e7, I offered the draw, and of course, my opponent did not accept mm, my offer. Yes, it was this rook g8, and now rook c7 with the idea is to go rook c8, and now rook d7. If you go knight d5, then I'm just going king g7. I'm super happy. Yes. Rook g8. I played rook c7 again with the idea is to go rook c8, and eventually rook c8, and again rook c7. And here I played king g7. Computer likes more king e7. Maybe something like, no, nothing, just nothing. h5, bishop e8, stopping rook g1, rook g6. And now king f8. King f6 is not there because of knight d5. Bishop is not controlling anymore. d5 square. Yes, this. Rook d7. If rook d5, knight f7 is coming. Bishop f7. Knight b5. Yes, let me remind you that already many moves I was in time trouble. I didn't have much time, and my opponent had more than enough. He always had 15, 20 more minutes, and he was trying to use and put some more pressure on me. But I was enough lucky to see all the tricks. Rook c7, stopping all possible bishop c4 ideas. And now rook c5, king g7, having ideas to go bishop e6, and now check, and not rook b3, of course. Rook b3, rook takes f7 finishes the game. So I played rook h3, attacking the pawn on h5, and now king f6. Because if you capture on h5, then some rook e7 moves are there, and computer does not even give rook or bishop captures on h5. So I played this only move, king e7, and bishop e2, protecting the pawn on h5, bishop e6, another small uh, trick. If rook e5, then I'm not going king f6 or king d6 because you will capture on e6 and bishop g4. I'm just going rook h2. Of course, I don't win the game, but I don't have any issues. King d6 and king f6 moves are coming. So I played rook f4. I went back, attacking the pawn. And here we repeat it after rook f5, bishop e6, rook f4, and game ended in a draw. Yes, probably it would have been better and much smarter to just accept and take the draw. But for some reason, I decided to just play without having any ambitious, yes, having any thoughts to win the game. Just I wanted to continue because I was sure that the very next game I'm going to have anyway black pieces because previously I had two white games, white pieces. So I said, let's let's play with the black pieces. But later on, the way I played, I might face some difficulties. If my opponent would play knight b5, then uh, I very much hope that I would see and go bishop d5, not knight c8, which I was planning, because after knight d4 I'm having a lot of difficulties. But once my opponent didn't play this knight b5, I don't think I had any issues at all. Thank you very much, dear friends. I very much hope that my opening tips and advices are quite instructive for you and maybe even these openings you can play your own. Thank you very much.